TAURUS August 2026. Horoscope. Your life is about to change. If you're a Taurus, August 2026 is not a month to ignore. Something that has been building quietly behind the scenes is ready to become impossible to overlook. And the biggest question this month is not simply, what will happen to me? It's this: what are you finally ready to stop carrying? Because August brings two eclipses, major shifts in love, home, communication, money, and emotional priorities. And Taurus? One of these eclipses could completely change the way you see your future. Stay until the end because I'll tell you which dates in August deserve your closest attention and where your biggest opportunity may
August
appear. 2026 horoscope, August 1 to 5. Something is shifting, Taurus. The beginning of August may feel like you're standing between two versions of your life. One version is familiar, the other is calling you forward. And although Taurus usually prefers stability, August is going to challenge the idea that stability means keeping everything exactly the same. You may suddenly realize that something you once considered secure is no longer emotionally satisfying. This could involve your home, family situation, relationship, finances, or even your personal definition of success. And there's an important distinction here. You are not necessarily losing something. You may simply be outgrowing it. That is a major theme for Taurus this month. Love, August 6th and beyond. On August 6th, Venus enters Libra, bringing a softer, more harmonious energy into relationships and everyday life. For Taurus, Venus is especially important because Venus is your ruling planet. So when Venus changes signs, you tend to feel it. You may become more aware of how much effort you're giving compared with what you're receiving. If you are single, this can be a month when attraction develops through ordinary circumstances. Work, routines, mutual friends, social situations, or even something you initially considered unimportant. But Taurus, don't make the mistake of confusing attention with genuine compatibility. August asks a deeper question. Does this person actually fit the life you are building? If you're already in a relationship, conversations about responsibilities, emotional support, schedules, or the future may become more important. You may want romance, but you also want reliability. And in August, you may finally stop accepting one without the other. August 9th, 12th, the big turning point. Now we reach the most powerful part of the month. Mercury moves into Leo around August 9th, bringing attention to communication, family matters, living arrangements, and your emotional foundation. Then Mars enters Cancer around August 11th, increasing movement, conversations, decisions, and possibly travel or important exchanges. And then comes the major event. August 12th, the Solar Eclipse in Leo. This eclipse occurs around 20 degrees of Leo and is one of the defining astrological events of August 2026. For Taurus, this eclipse can strongly activate themes of home, family, roots, property, and emotional security. And this is where things become interesting. You could suddenly decide that your current living situation needs to change. You could move, renovate, change your relationship with family, create stronger boundaries, or make a decision that completely changes what home means to you. For some Taurus people, this eclipse can bring a new chapter involving property or relocation. For others, it may be much more emotional. You may finally understand that a certain family pattern cannot continue. And here is your message for the eclipse. You cannot build a peaceful future while constantly protecting an old version of yourself. Something has to evolve. Money and career. Now let's talk about money. Taurus is naturally connected with security, resources, value, and material stability. But August isn't necessarily about making more money overnight. It's about becoming smarter about where your energy and resources go. You may begin questioning an expense, investment, job arrangement, or financial commitment that no longer makes sense. And this is important. Don't make financial decisions simply because you're afraid of losing security. Sometimes the thing that looks safe is actually what keeps you stuck. Around the middle of August, conversations can become much more productive. On August 15th, Mercury meets Jupiter in Leo, an aspect that can support communication, ideas, decisions, publishing, and opportunities. Horoscope. For Taurus, this can be especially interesting if you're dealing with a home decision, a family conversation, A property matter, a creative project, or a plan that requires you to communicate your vision clearly. Don't be afraid to speak up. Someone may need to hear exactly what you want. August 16th, 22. Your confidence returns. After the intensity of the eclipse, you may notice something changing inside you. You become less interested in explaining yourself, less interested in proving your choices, and more interested in simply living according to your own values. This is powerful Taurus energy. You don't need everyone to understand why you're changing. You only need to know why you're changing. And around August 22-23, the Sun enters Virgo, shifting attention toward creativity, romance, pleasure, self-expression, and the things that make life feel meaningful. This can be one of the more enjoyable parts of the month. If you've been working constantly, make room for life. Go somewhere beautiful, create something, date, laugh, take a break. Spend time with someone who makes you feel like yourself again. Taurus, you don't have to earn the right to enjoy your own life. August 25-27. A message becomes clear. Around August 25th, Mercury enters Virgo. Your thinking becomes more practical and precise. You may start organizing your priorities. And then around August 27th, the Sun and Mercury meet in Virgo. A Mercury Cazimi moment that can bring clarity around conversations, decisions, creative plans, romance, or something you've been trying to understand. Pay attention to what you suddenly understand around this time. A sentence, a message, an idea, a realization, a conversation you've been avoiding. Something may finally click. And sometimes the breakthrough isn't external. Sometimes the breakthrough is simply realizing, I know what I want now. August 28th, the second eclipse. Then comes another major turning point. On August 28th, there is a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces at about 5 degrees. This eclipse shifts the focus toward friendships, communities, long-term dreams, and the people surrounding you. And Taurus, this could expose something you have been reluctant to admit. You may realize that someone is no longer aligned with the person you are becoming. That doesn't automatically mean a dramatic ending. Sometimes people simply move in different directions, but August may make that difference impossible to ignore. You may also experience a powerful realization about a long-term goal. Something you thought you wanted may suddenly feel irrelevant, or something you've been postponing may become urgent. The eclipse asks, who belongs in your future? And equally important, what future are you actually trying to create? August 29-31, the new foundation. The final days of August bring another layer of clarity. You may feel tired of uncertainty. You may want something concrete, and that's actually a good thing. Because on August 31st, Jupiter in Leo forms a trine to Saturn in Aries, combining expansion with discipline. This is not reckless growth. It's the kind of energy that says, build it properly. For Taurus, this can be a reminder that the future you want requires structure. If you're thinking about moving, plan it. If you're building a business, organize it. If you're changing your career, create a strategy. If you're entering a relationship, look at consistency, not just chemistry. August doesn't want you to chase a fantasy. It wants you to create something that can actually last. Your August love message, Taurus. Your love life this month comes down to one thing: consistency. You are becoming less impressed by words without action. You want someone who shows up, someone who communicates, someone who respects your boundaries. And if you're single, don't settle for someone simply because they make you feel desired. Ask yourself, do they make me feel safe being myself? If you're in a relationship, August can help you identify what needs to become stronger. And if a relationship has been surviving only because you are doing all the emotional work, the eclipse season may make that impossible to ignore. Financially, your biggest advantage is patience. Don't let temporary pressure force you into permanent decisions. Review your expenses, think strategically, look at what actually produces value, and don't underestimate an idea that seems small at first. Something connected to communication, creativity, home, or a personal project could eventually become more important than you expect. Taurus, August 2026 is ultimately about rebuilding your definition of security. You may discover that security isn't simply having the same house, the same job, the same relationship, or the same routine. Real security is knowing that you can adapt. You can leave what no longer works. You can choose again, and you can build something stronger. The August 12th solar eclipse may open a new chapter around home, family, and your emotional foundation. The August 28th lunar eclipse may help you release an outdated friendship, dream, or social connection. And by the end of the month, you're being asked to take what you've learned and turn it into a real plan. So Taurus, if August feels like life is rearranging itself, don't panic. Some things are being moved because they were never meant to stay where they were. Your job isn't to control every change. Your job is to recognize which changes are taking you closer to the life you actually want. And if this horoscope resonated with you, comment below, "I am ready for my next chapter." And subscribe to the channel because the next horoscope may reveal exactly how the August eclipses affect the next zodiac sign. Until next time, Taurus, stay grounded, trust your instincts, and remember, your future doesn't need to look like your past.